Kettle chips are a distinct category of potato chip, defined by a thicker cut, a slower batch frying process, and the rugged, irregular texture that sets them apart from standard sliced chips. A single kettle chip production facility can produce around 150,000 bags per day, and what makes the process technically interesting is that kettle chips are intentionally made using a batch frying method that is older and slower than the continuous frying systems most large-scale snack producers use. This is the complete process from raw potato to sealed bag. It starts with potato selection, and kettle chip production places different demands on the raw potato than standard chip manufacturing does. Kettle chip producers source potatoes from contracted farms, selecting varieties based on the same core characteristics that matter in any chip production: high dry matter content and low reducing sugar levels. But kettle chip operations often place additional emphasis on potato varieties that hold their structure well under the thicker cut and longer frying time the kettle process requires. A thicker slice combined with a longer cook time puts more stress on the potato's cellular structure than a thin, fast-fried chip, and varieties that break down or become overly fragile under these conditions are unsuitable regardless of how well they perform in a standard high-speed frying operation. The contracted farms operate under agreements covering variety, growing practices, and harvest timing, with potatoes delivered to the processing facility on a schedule designed to minimize the time between field and factory, since potato chemistry continues to change after harvest, and fresher potatoes produce more consistent finished chips. At the receiving dock, trucks are weighed and sampled. Quality technicians draw potatoes from each load and test specific gravity, a water displacement measurement that serves as a proxy for dry matter content. Loads that fall below the minimum specific gravity threshold are rejected before unloading begins, because a potato with insufficient dry matter produces a chip that absorbs excess oil, takes longer to reach the target moisture content in the kettle fryer, and often results in a softer, less structurally sound finished product. Approved loads move into the receiving system, where the potatoes are unloaded into a wet flume, a water channel that uses the natural buoyancy of potatoes to move them gently from the truck unloading area toward the first processing stations, minimizing the mechanical impact that conveyor-to-conveyor transfers would otherwise create. From the flume, the potatoes enter the washing and stone removal system. High-pressure water sprays combined with rotating brush rollers scrub the surface of each potato, removing field soil and residue, while a density-based separation tank removes stones and compacted soil clods that survived the field harvest equipment. Stones are similar in size to small potatoes and cannot be reliably separated by screening alone. But because they are significantly denser than potatoes, they sink in the water tank while the potatoes float, a simple but effective separation method that protects the cutting equipment downstream from the kind of damage a stone would cause if it reached the slicing blades at full line speed. The washed potatoes move to the peeling station, where steam peeling is used. The potatoes are loaded into a sealed pressure vessel and exposed to high-pressure steam for a precisely timed interval. The intense heat flash heats the moisture just beneath the potato skin, and when the pressure in the vessel is suddenly released, that trapped moisture expands as steam and lifts the skin away from the flesh beneath it. The potatoes pass immediately afterward through a mechanical abrasion system, rotating rubber paddles combined with water sprays that completes the skin removal. The peeled potatoes that emerge are clean, white, and intact, ready for the slicing step that defines the most distinctive characteristic of the kettle chip category. The slicing machines used in kettle chip production are set to a specific thickness target that is meaningfully thicker than a standard chip, typically in a range that produces the dense, sturdy bite kettle chips are known for. Each potato is held against a rotating blade head by centrifugal force as it passes through the slicer, and the blade cuts continuous slices at the calibrated gap setting. The thicker cut has direct consequences for every subsequent step in the process. Thicker slices take longer to cook, absorb oil differently than thin slices, and require a different frying approach entirely than the continuous fryers used for standard chips. This is the point in the process where kettle chip production diverges most clearly from conventional chip manufacturing. The sliced potato pieces fall from the slicer into a cold water wash that removes the surface starch released by the cutting action and begins cooling the slice surface. Unlike some standard chip lines that move directly from washing to frying with minimal additional handling, many kettle chip operations skip an additional water-based step that conventional lines use, instead relying on a more direct path to the fryer that, combined with the batch process itself, contributes to the chip's characteristic texture and the visible imperfections that distinguish kettle chips from the smoother, more uniform surface of a continuous fried chip. The slices proceed to a dewatering stage, where a vibrating perforated conveyor shakes free the surface water before the slices enter the fryer, since excess surface moisture entering hot oil causes disruptive steam production and can drop the oil temperature unpredictably. The kettle fryer itself is the centerpiece of the entire operation, and it operates on a fundamentally different principle from the continuous fryers used in standard high-volume chip production. A kettle fryer is a large, stationary, kettle-shaped vessel filled with frying oil, and unlike continuous fryers where a constant stream of slices moves through a long oil bath on a submerged conveyor, the kettle fryer cooks a defined batch of sliced potatoes all at once, with no continuous throughput during the cook cycle. A measured quantity of sliced potatoes is dropped into the kettle, fully immersed in oil maintained at a specific temperature, and the batch cooks together for the duration of the cycle. Mechanical paddles or stirring arms inside the kettle continuously agitate the batch throughout the cook, preventing the slices from sticking together as the released starch and developing surface texture would otherwise cause them to do, and ensuring that every slice in the batch is exposed evenly to the surrounding oil, rather than clustering and shielding each other from heat. This batch method, while significantly less efficient in terms of throughput per hour compared to continuous frying, produces a chip with characteristics that the continuous process cannot replicate. As the batch of slices fries together, slices that touch or overlap during the cook create the irregular, sometimes fused, often curled and rippled shapes that are visually characteristic of kettle chips. No two chips emerging from the same batch look quite the same, and that irregularity is treated as a desirable, authentic feature of the product category, rather than a defect to be engineered away. The oil temperature in a kettle fryer typically runs somewhat lower than in continuous frying operations, and the longer cook time at this more moderate temperature allows for more gradual moisture removal from the thicker slice, producing the dense, sturdy structural integrity and the more pronounced crunch that distinguishes a kettle chip's bite from the lighter, more delicate texture of a standard chip.
As the batch nears the end of its cook cycle, the visual signal that frying staff and automated monitoring systems watch for is a decrease in the surface bubbling of the oil, an indicator that the moisture content of the slices has dropped to near its target level. The finished batch is then mechanically lifted or drained from the kettle, typically via a perforated basket or conveyor mechanism integrated into the kettle's design, separating the cooked chips from the frying oil and transferring them onto a draining and cooling conveyor. The frying oil itself is continuously filtered throughout the production day to remove potato fragments and accumulated particulate matter that would otherwise degrade the oil's flavor contribution and shorten its usable life. Many kettle chip producers use specific oil types, sunflower oil being common in the category, chosen partly for the flavor profile they contribute to the finished product, since kettle chips are often positioned and marketed as a more flavor-forward, less processed alternative within the broader chip category, and the oil selection is part of that overall flavor strategy. From the draining conveyor, the still warm chips move into the seasoning application system, and kettle chip seasoning differs in approach from standard chip seasoning in a way that connects directly to the product's positioning in the market. For classic salted kettle chips, the seasoning step is straightforward. A rotating seasoning drum positioned over the chip conveyor receives the chips at one end and tumbles them gently as a metered salt dosing system applies fine salt across the surface. The residual oil on the freshly fried chip surface acts as the adhesive that allows the salt to bond evenly, and the tumbling action inside the drum ensures the irregular, rippled surface geometry of the kettle chip, far less uniform than a standard chip surface, still receives even salt coverage despite its complex shape. For flavored kettle chip varieties, and the kettle chip category includes an extensive range of more distinctive, often bolder flavor profiles compared to mainstream chip brands, a more complex seasoning blend incorporating dried herbs, spice blends, cheese powders, or other flavor components is applied through the same drum mechanism, with the dosing system calibrated specifically for each flavor's target application rate. Many kettle chip brands market a shorter, more recognizable ingredient list as part of their product identity, which means the seasoning formulations used tend to rely on a more limited set of components compared to some mainstream flavored chip products. And the seasoning application systems are calibrated accordingly to achieve flavor intensity targets using fewer total ingredients. From the seasoning drum, the chips move onto the quality inspection conveyor, where the inspection criteria reflect the unique nature of the kettle chip product. Optical sorting systems using camera arrays and sensors scan the chips as they pass beneath, checking for color consistency, the presence of any chips that are significantly under or overcooked relative to the batch average, and foreign material. However, because irregular shape, occasional fusion between adjacent chips, and visible browning variation are accepted and even expected characteristics of kettle chips rather than defects, the inspection tolerance bands for shape and color uniformity are calibrated more loosely than they would be for a standard continuous fried chip line, where rigid uniformity is the goal. The inspection system is tuned to catch genuine defects, burnt chips, foreign material, or pieces that are clearly outside the safe or palatable range, while allowing the natural variation that defines the kettle chip aesthetic to pass through unimpeded. Chips passing inspection move to the weighing and packaging system, where a multi-head combination weigher distributes the chip stream across multiple radial arms, feeding individual weigh buckets. The weigher reads the contents of every bucket simultaneously and runs a combinatorial calculation to identify which combination of buckets sums to the target package weight within tolerance. Because kettle chips have a less uniform, more irregular shape and size distribution than standard chips, the combination weigher's calibration accounts for greater piece-to-piece weight variability when calculating optimal bucket combinations, ensuring accurate fill weights. Despite the inherent irregularity of the product, the selected bucket combination releases into the vertical form fill seal packaging machine below. A roll of printed flexible film unwinds and is drawn down over a forming tube that shapes the flat film into a vertical tube. A vertical sealer bonds the overlapping film, edges into a continuous seam as the tube descends, and horizontal sealing jaws close at timed intervals to form the bottom seal of the new bag and the top seal of the bag completed just before it, with an integrated blade separating the two. The chip portion from the weigher above drops through the forming tube and into the bag just before the horizontal seal closes beneath it. Chips passing inspection move to the weighing and packaging system, where a multi-head combination weigher distributes the chip stream across multiple radial arms, feeding individual weigh buckets. The weigher reads the contents of every bucket simultaneously and runs a combinatorial calculation to identify which combination of buckets sums to the target package weight within tolerance. Because kettle chips have a less uniform, more irregular shape and size distribution than standard chips, the combination weigher's calibration accounts for greater piece-to-piece weight variability when calculating optimal bucket combinations, ensuring accurate fill weights. Despite the inherent irregularity of the product, the selected bucket combination releases into the vertical form-fill-seal packaging machine below. A roll of printed flexible film unwinds and is drawn down over a forming tube that shapes the flat film into a vertical tube. A vertical sealer bonds the overlapping film, edges into a continuous seam as the tube descends, and horizontal sealing jaws close at timed intervals to form the bottom seal of the new bag and the top seal of the bag completed just before it, with an integrated blade separating the two. The chip portion from the weigher above drops through the forming tube and into the bag just before the horizontal seal closes beneath it. And what began as a contracted potato variety selected specifically for its ability to hold structure through a thicker cut and longer cook time has traveled through receiving, washing, peeling, thick slicing, batch kettle frying, seasoning, optical inspection calibrated for character rather than uniformity, multi-head weighing, nitrogen flushed packaging, case packing, and palletizing. Emerging as the irregular, dense, distinctly crunchy product that occupies its own specific category within the broader world of potato chips, 150,000 bags a day, every one of them embracing the variation that the batch kettle process inevitably produces, rather than engineering it away. That is the complete production journey of a kettle chip, from contracted potato farm to sealed retail bag. If this kind of detailed factory process is what you come here for, a like genuinely helps the channel reach more people. Subscribe for more food manufacturing and production documentaries, and leave a comment telling us which snack or food product you want to see traced from raw ingredient to finished package next.